Happy Tuesday, May 15th. Welcome to another ink-spiring and super exciting episode of Inkspiration. Oh, hello, SBRE Brown. Hello. We've got Steph. We have KM Gilly. Hello. Welcome. Today, we are going to be playing with a red ink because that's because it's the ink I picked. So, I'm sorting through the swabs because I have the ink in the pile somewhere and I'm trying to find it. Okay, while I try to find it, you know, I really can't find, oh, here it is, okay. Hello, how is my elbow? It is actually terrible and it's going to be pretty messy today because I can barely hold my pen. So let us proceed. Thank you so much for asking. I'm sorry in advance for my writing. The notebook, as always, is the Clairefontaine 1951 staple-bound notebook. We must do our standard crinkle test. Oh, that's so good. Hello, Evelyn. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, we were just doing the crinkle test, and this is it. It's delicious. The pen, as always, is the Pilot Parallel, a 6mm, and the ink, which is what you're all here for, Kobe number 4, and I am sorry if I mess up this name. It is the Ijinkan Red. So I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that, and I'm so sorry if I've butchered it. Perhaps someone can instruct me if you know how to pronounce it. Ijinkan Kitano Red. So I've tried to pronounce it. I'm so sorry. Janine, I'm very sorry to hear that you also have the same issue because it really sucks, tennis elbow, and I have it in both arms, but of course I'm right-handed, so it's a bigger issue in my right hand. And I also have repetitive strain injury in my wrists, so my arms are in pretty rough shape. So of course when my tennis elbow flares up in my right arm, I use my left arm to try and let the right arm heal, and then that one flares up, and then I can't do anything with both arms. So it's pretty terrible, and I hate it. It sucks. Okay, enough of my misery. Let's do something fun and exciting, shall we? Of course we shall. Today we are using the Clairefontaine 1951 notebook. I know you guys have seen this before, but if it's anybody new watching, anybody on YouTube later, just so you know what it is, this is the Pilot Parallel in the 6mm plate, and it is glorious. That's the 6mm. And what was the, oh yeah, the ink. How am I gonna spell this? Sorry, how am I gonna say this every time I mess it up to spell it? Okay, let's try to not mess this pronunciation up. Yeah, I'm gonna mess it up, I'm sorry. So it is, no, that was wrong. Ijinkan Red? Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Okay, so let's take a look at this. It is, under very first impressions right now, this looks to me like a red pink, not a super saturated pure red. Not orange, which is nice. I don't like reds that are on the orange side. I prefer true solid reds. So I do like the first look of it. It's kind of, let's take a look closer here. That's got a bit of a pinky shade to it, I think. And as you know, Kobe is made by Sailor, so we can expect the Sailor type of saturation and general Inky Behavior, which is pretty good behaved. Pretty well behaved. Oh my goodness. Look, I'm trying to spell and calligraph and speak at the same time, and it is really difficult. So, the full name is Kitano Ijinkan Red. I know I'm pronouncing it differently every single time because I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, I wish these inks came with like a pronunciation booklet, a guide of sorts. Because it would make my life so much easier because I don't know what I'm saying. Ijinkan Red? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna look at my screen. Let me see what I've missed because I was staring focusedly at my handwriting, which is, it's okay. It's marginal. I'm gonna write another word. So sometimes people wonder why I have such a weird grip, and the reason I have such a weird grip is because I grip my pens in different ways depending on the script that I'm doing, but also depending on whether I can actually hold a pen that day. So, oh, someone gave me hearts. Thank you so much for the hearts. That's really exciting. So yeah, the weird grip is not one that you want to model your own grip after. But if it works, you know, if it works, right? Okay, so now that I've written a bit more, I'm thinking it is actually not super pink. I don't know, I thought like when I first wrote with it, it was more pink, but it's like a medium red, decent shading. You can see some of the shading up in here. Not super sheeny, which is what we expect, like what I tend to expect from Sailor, Kobe, Bungu Box inks. Not super sheeny on this particular paper. This, hello Michelle, here's the crinkle that you may have missed. Oh, that's so good. I'm glad that I'm not the only one who is obsessed with crinkle. Okay, let's take a look at the swabs because I have a stack of swabs here and we don't have to go through all of them. Let's just kind of take a peek at what I have. I'm gonna fix the lighting a bit. Okay, so the actual ink itself is Kobe number 4. I misspelled Ijinkan. That should have been IJI. So ignore that. The swab definitely looks more of a pure red. There is the sheen, great shading. Oh, that's weird. My camera appears to be doing weird things. So yeah, that's the actual swab of this particular ink. Now I've got a whole bunch here and let's just kind of see what makes sense. Diamine 150th anniversary Burgundy Royale. Definitely more burgundy, but it does have that sheen. Robert Oster Maroon, super maroon, more purple. We've got Sailor Yodaki, which is kind of interesting, but it has way more sheen. And I'm thinking it is a little bit less pink, but that's a pretty close option. We've got Kobe number 27, Kunan Maroon, which is obviously far more maroon. But I just wanted to throw these in for fun. Kobe number 6, Bordeaux. Has a nice sheen as well, but again, on the maroon side. We've got Quasi Maroon, which is more red than the Kobe Maroon. Interesting. Bungu Box Piano Mahogany, more of a brown red. Mont Blanc's William Shakespeare Velvet Red, which is what I was kind of curious, like how these two would stack up against each other. I'm thinking this one's more of like a brown red as well. But you know what? I'll put it in the similar pile. We have Robert Oster Burgundy, which is more red than the other burgundies we have looked at. Kobe number 39, Brick Brown Red. More of an orange brown red than a pinky red like this one. We've got Schaefer Script Red, which is kind of like the standard of reds, I think. Super reliable, safe for all your pens, and like safe in that it's easy to clean out and stuff for a red, because reds are super saturated or can be super saturated. So I typically compare reds to this particular one. We've got Monteverde Valentine Red, which is a brighter red. We have Robert Oster Tangerine. Why is an orange in here? I don't know. this is what happens. I have so many swabs. Waterman's Audacious Red, which is the other red that I really like. But this is a lighter, like the Audacious Red is definitely lighter. So, and it doesn't have as much sheen. So it kind of depends on like what kind of red you want. We've got Robert Oster Fire Engine Red. That is definitely a bright red. Kobe number 11 Ikuta Orange. I had put this in here because I was thinking that the Kitano, I'm going to say Kitano Red because that's easier for me. The Kitano Red is, I'm thinking it was like pinky orange, but it's clearly not that orange. Diamine 150th Anniversary Carnival. That's kind of interesting. Similar tones. Giabin Rouge Caroubier, which is not in the same redness. Like that's definitely a pink red. Bungu Box Sweet Potato Purple, which is purple. Robert Oster Australian Shiraz, which is also purple. Robert Oster Direct Sun, which is orange. Robert Oster Cherry Blossom, which is far more pink. These are all purples. Iroshizuku Yamabudo, Bungu Box Clown Teardrop Ruby Red, Kiyo no Oto Adzu Kiro, Iroshizuku Sutsuji, Quasi Raspberry, Diamine Blood Orange, Bungu Box Mother Pink. Sorry, I messed that up. Mont Blanc's Petit Prince, which is the new Red Fox. That is definitely far more orange than the Kitano Red is. We've got the Kyo Iro Cherry Blossom of Kia. I think that's Kiyage? Not sure. That's a pretty one, actually. And Robert Oster Astorquiza Rot. And that's definitely a darker red. So that was a whole set of swabs that you probably were not super thrilled about. Maybe, I don't know. And so these are the ones that I'm thinking are like the most similar. So there are some options if you wanted to like check what you've got, see if you need it. All right, let's get back to the writing. We're gonna turn the page. And there's a lot of bleed through because I had just inked this and it is super wet. So I probably should have dried it off a little more, but I didn't. I did not. Okay. Yes, these are the things I do. I say weird things and then I shuffle past them and just pretend everything is normal. Hello. I know I already wrote hello. Oh, you know what? I was going to write... let's see if this works. Okay, S. I hope this will fit. If not, I'm going to do very tall, skinny letters to see if it'll fit. Oh my goodness, I almost misspelled my word. Okay. Now, the problem with writing on the back sides of papers when the notebook gets full is it's because it's crinkly, it's not warped, but it's not super steady anymore. So it's like writing on this and trying to make straight lines is tough. Now, the reason I wrote summer is because right before this, I was listening to and singing along to Olaf from Frozen when he sings his hilarious summer song. Now, if you are a Frozen hater, that's quite all right. I am not. And I really like Olaf, and that song is hilarious. And in fact, that is one of my alarm clocks in the morning. So, I have rambled sufficiently. I guess I'll wrap it up now. Hopefully this gives you a snippet view of Kobe number 4, Kitano, Ijinkan Red. I know I'm just trying all sorts of things to pronounce it correctly. Thank you guys so much for joining. We will see you next time for Learning Letters, and hopefully I will be hosting, and if not, it'll be somebody else. Yay! Bye, everyone!